Hey guys, we're at the Game Preserve. This is thanks to making a long-distance phone call.
The Dial-Up Chronicles.
Hey guys, so we are at the Game Preserve in Webster, Texas, and this is an awesome place. It has all these old arcades and pinball machines, and you just pay one fee, and everything is on free play, and you can play anything just all day long from when they open till they close. So it's really fun, and I made a long distance phone call. You can see in my last video, and I'm going to let you hear some of the sounds right now.
On your mark.
Oh, yeah, Robotron. Alright. Oh, punch out. Lock and chase. Oh, this is gonna be a great game. Oh, Donkey Kong.
Sucking at it. This is my favorite one, roller disco pinball. It's from like 19 something, 70 or something.
There. Hey guys, so that was my wife playing her favorite pinball machine here. But yeah, so my last video, I made a long distance home phone call with my home phone to the Game Preserve, and I asked them some information about just a brief overview of what they offer, and now I'm here. So this is the great advantage of having a home phone with long distance, is that you can make a long distance phone call to get information you need about certain things. So yeah, I had a really great day just playing all the arcade games, and I'm sorry I can't play you all the sounds here because they had this awesome jukebox and they were playing a lot of music, so I wasn't able to play the live audio right now because of copyright, whatever. You can see they just have a wider range of arcade games and pinball. And they even have some new games like the Pac-Man. This I had never seen before, this Trog. I had played it on the Nintendo as a kid. I never had seen the arcade. Q*bert, Miss Pac-Man, they had two of those. Stargate, very popular. Here's that newer Pac-Man, well, just passed it right up. And here's some artwork. They had all kinds of artwork on their walls of old pinball and games and stuff. So yeah, just really fun. Here's Moon Patrol, one of my favorite arcades. Crystal Castles, and I think that was new for this time. Kung Fu Master, which is the arcade version of Kung Fu on the Nintendo. Oh yeah, that Crystal Castles, they actually had two versions that you're going to see later on. There's Super Hang-On. They have a lot of different racing games. Hydra, Cruisin' USA. Really nice stuff right here. And all right, guys, I'll get back to you.
On your mark.
Yeah, so they had some sit-down cabinets too, the track and field, Frogger, and you're gonna see in just a moment they have the crystal castles, which was really, really fun. And these were made for you to sit. And the awesome things about these were you could have one person singing on each side. Here's my wife playing.
Crystal Castles. And again, this is thanks to a long distance home phone call that we made to find out the information we needed to get here for our honeymoon. Very important place to go. You can see her using the roller ball there. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that beautiful roller ball. Oh my goodness. This is amazing.
Where am I?
You're inside.
Huh?
You're inside.
I don't know
You
how
gotta
to
come
get
out.
Oh.
But you can go out through the other
Oh,
door.
that's neat.
Yeah, you can go out through the other door. Yeah.
What? Uh-oh, I died.
Alright guys, we're playing Donkey Kong. You see, everything's on free play, so we just can put credits in with the button, and that's how it is on most machines, and then we just hit go. Just pay one fee to play. And alright guys, I had to cut the live audio off because they were playing music from the jukebox, which was really great. But here I am playing an original Donkey Kong, which is just really fun, feeling that joystick. Nintendo had a really unique joystick in their arcades at this time, and it just felt great, and the sounds and just the feeling of playing a game on original hardware. Here's Donkey Kong Jr. playing it as it was originally meant to be played. You can see the nice decal over the screen, and you're on a real CRT, cathode ray tube television coming out of the arcade machine. It's just beautiful. And they had these stools, so I'm fairly tall, so for me standing up while I'm playing is not the most comfortable. So I was able to sit down on the stools and play, which was really great. Here's me playing Pac-Man. I think that was the highest score I got in Miss Pac-Man that day. Here I am playing Space Invaders. Really, really fun arcade. And this is the one with the buttons instead of the joystick. So you're moving right and left with the button, which I love. This is one of the earliest mainstream arcade machines that came out. I want to say it was the late 70s, 79, I want to say, but you can see, yeah, the right and left are with buttons, and then you have the button to shoot. So it's all buttons on this one. Just a really fun game. Here we are, we're about to play air hockey that they had, and it does play the national anthem, which is really cool. And it's got all the levers, and this was fun. The little hockey thing shoots out in the middle. But here you're gonna hear the sound for a second. Yeah, so it actually played the entire national anthem before you played the game, and here we are playing. And I think you each control 6 people. I want to say you have 5 guys, and then you have your goalie. So that was fun. So here they had this really cool, they were playing all this 80s rock music and whatever rock music and stuff. They had like a video screen. So they were playing the music videos while the song was playing. So that was neat. Here we go. Here's my wife playing a game called Stun Runner, some kind of racing game. The graphics are neat. They remind me of Star Fox on the Super Nintendo, which had the special effects chip inside the Super Nintendo cartridge, much like Stunt Race FX. and there were a couple other games with the FX chip. I can't think of it right now. Kind of a neat looking game. So she thought it was cool, so I wanted to film her playing it. Here I wanted to show you the bathrooms. I thought that was neat for guys and girls. They have Mario and Peach. Here's me playing Burger Time. This is definitely one of my favorite arcade games. I have this at home on the Switch on Arcade Archives, but it's so great. It feels so much better playing it on the original hardware. It's just, you can tell it was designed for this arcade machine. It just, everything moves better, it feels better, it feels easier to play. And I think I've got a beer right there on the arcade. Not sure if I should do that, but you can bring your own beer like I showed in the last video, so that's kind of fun. But yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite arcades of all time. It's just, once you get to understand it, you can get pretty far, and it's fun getting them to follow you and then getting them all to fall down and make your little burgers. Key is not to use the pepper sparingly. Now this was neat. They had an original Pac-Man machine, which I often see Miss Pac-Man. I mean, Miss Pac-Man's still everywhere. You know, I live in southern Louisiana, and there's still little restaurants around me that have a Miss Pac-Man machine. So Miss Pac-Man is still to this day very common. I bet you could find the Miss Pac-Man in your area wherever you're living. There's a good chance you might find one. But for some reason, the original Pac-Man, you don't see that as often. So it was really fun to play, even though it's not as fun as Miss Pac-Man. It is not as fun as Miss Pac-Man, but it was fun to play the original Pac-Man on the original hardware. Here is some old Pinball Machine, and that was cool. They had some of these older, kind of more analog style pinball machines that the score would roll up. It wasn't like a digital score, and the sounds were more acoustic, natural feeling than the newer arcade machines. So they had a couple arcades like that. Here's Moon Patrols, definitely, I'd say top 25 for me arcade machines. And it's an interesting game. So move the joystick right and left to go faster or slower, and then you have a button to jump and a button to shoot, and you have things coming up from on top, and they shoot down stuff at you, or they shoot stuff on the ground that makes holes in the ground that you have to jump over. Yeah. And then here's my wife trying, and I think I've gone a little bit further because you can tell the color of the vehicle has changed. She's doing too good. Here's Robotron. This is definitely, I love this one. I played this for a little while just because I love how you use two joysticks to play the game. You're using one joystick to move your character, and then the other joystick fires. And just love this one. Love how it's simplicity, just two joysticks. Yeah guys, so if you're ever in the Houston area, definitely come check out this arcade in Webster, Texas, and they also have one in the Woodlands, Texas. And please check us out on our next episode on the Dial-Up Chronicles.